It's a new year, so I'm motivated to start organizing. But usually when I start an organization project, I think I have to have all the storage bins and containers picked out before I could even start to clean. So usually that involves me wanting to take a trip to the store and buy every new basket and container I can find. And that's just not cost effective. So I'm going to teach you a DIY project to help you stay organized that's cheap and easy. You don't even need to run to Target today. You still can, but you don't need to. I'm going to teach you how to make a really easy mail organizer out of felt. You could use it to organize really any kind of paperwork, but I'm going to use it for mail today. I don't use a lot of craft felt in my DIY projects. I prefer to go to the fabric store and get nice wool felt, a lot of times with that heathered color that makes it look so rich and luxurious. I knew Hobby Lobby had this great craft felt that's already pre-cut. It's 9 by 12 inches and it's 2 millimeters in thickness, which is thicker than what you're going to find in your average craft felt or the fabric you're going to find on the roll at the fabric store. The 2 millimeter thickness is going to help give this mail organizer a lot of structure. The great thing about it being pre-cut is that we're not going to have to cut very much of it down. We're basically just going to piece these pre-cut pieces together and sew it. We're going to make a few adjustments, but it's going to be easy. To start with, I'm getting a few of my tools organized. I need a ruler to measure the length of my pockets, and I have a triangle here because it's the easiest way to see that everything is lined up with nice right angles. This mail organizer is so easy. It's basically just laying these pre-cut pieces down so they overlap and sewing the edges and bottoms together. Today, I am doing mine in a gradient starting from black and going to cream. Since my black piece is the top of my organizer, I need to fold over the top inch and sew it together to make a pocket for my wooden dowel to slide through. And here's Helen, my cat assistant. She's being particularly unhelpful today. Now I can measure down my black felt to see where my gray pocket needs to start. I'm measuring 5 inches from the top of my black piece and pinning. Now I'll measure my other side and check it with my triangle. Looks good. I have sewn across the top of my organizer to create the space for my dowel hanger. I've also sewn my gray piece down to create my first pocket. You can see I went down each edge and then across the bottom of where the black felt ends on the back. Now I can add my first cream piece. I'll measure down 5 inches again, and then again on the other side. And just like with my gray piece, I will sew down the side, across the bottom, and down the other side. My last pocket is the only one that needs to be cut. Because I want 5 inches of the pocket above it to be visible, and it's a 9-inch piece of fabric, I need to measure and cut a 4-inch piece to use as my last pocket. And for a little measuring hack, I just need to line my triangle up at the right corners, and it will show me exactly where I need to have measured 4 inches down on the other side, without getting my ruler back out. Now I can cut this piece out and I'm ready to sew. I braided 3 pieces of yarn together for my hanger, but you could use any kind of string or ribbon or even a twine. Here I've hung it by my door just to see how I like it so far. I have these great letter stamps and I'm going to use them to label each of my pockets. I can use these letter stamps to create any word I want on each of my pockets. My top pocket is going to say do. It's going to be a place to put things that need to have action taken on them right away. Maybe it's a bill that needs to get paid or something that needs to be sent back. My second pocket is going to say file. It's for things that need to be filed away or saved for later. And my final pocket says read. It is a place to put things that don't necessarily need to be saved or filed or have any action taken on them, but something I want to look at later. Things I envision putting in this pocket are things like maybe a catalog, a magazine, or a newsletter. And here it is after I've stamped on each of my labels. You could also make easy and interchangeable labels with a clothespin and a piece of paper. Are you ready? Here it is. I love the gradient of black, gray, and cream, and the way the hand-stamped lettering turned out makes this look so fun. And to make it extra perfect, I I'm hanging these DIY pom-poms off the side. You could change the color of the pom-poms out with the season to make it festive, or find another fun little garland to hang off of it. What's your organization nightmare? Drop a note in the comments and I'll try to come up with a DIY solution. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more DIY organization solutions. Find the written instructions for this tutorial and more on my blog, aloplum.com.